Good morning, traders. Let's start our Sunday morning review. First of all, I want to show you a very rare situation in COT data when positions of hedge funds increase and also position of commercial increase and open interest increase at the same time. This is because the positions of commercials and non-commercials were opened against small traders. If we see a disaggregated report, we see here that small traders opened big short, increased their shorting position significantly. They had minus 67 contracts and now increased to minus 3,600 contracts. They shorted here. Really, it does not mean that we need to go against these traders. Here was a peculiar signal after divergence of deltas, and that was a possibility to take this pullback. This HFT's volume was worked out to the downside after divergence of deltas. But for now, I really don't know what to expect. Only show you this phenomenon, and you can decide by yourself what to do the next week with this asset. Then we see additional open interest in platinum, and also hedge funds broke their previous level of accumulation of buying positions. That was really a long-term trend of accumulation. We had a correction in these buying positions, and the last week more stronger purchases. So we can here establish a commercial level. I want to remind you that it is median between Wednesday and Tuesday. So it is here. And this commercial level we see is matched with this support. So technically everything is rather obvious that the market will go to the upside from here, we see from the daily perspective. But on these obvious things, it is possible to see some manipulations. The market can break this previous high and create some HFTs and will make a pullback to its balance. So I like very much very clear and understandable situations on the market. In this case, really it is possible to predict something from imbalances which happen in such cases. So be attentive to platinum. If it will show some interesting imbalance, try to use it. Let's go further. Let's measure crude oil. We have a peculiar range here, and if this confluence zone will be broken and HFTs will be created, I expect to buy from here. On the daily chart, to my mind, we can see some range. The price bounced from this technical zone, and also we see that additional sells were opened by hedge funds, and I want to put here a commercial level. Because of New Year, only 4 days were traded, 234 points median from the high. If the price is below the commercial level, now I tend to put red color. If it closes above the commercial level, it turns to the support, because hedgers seize the initiative in this case, and the ball gets on the side of buyers. So then I change the color of the lines from red to green. But for now, to my mind, the price will bounce from here, and this level will pull the price as a magnet. If we look on Brent oil, after these peculiar HFTs, we saw the pullback. But now the price is coiling in this range. So in this case, I don't see the power of bulls until this level will be broken and the liquidity in this zone will be taken. And then the price can make a stronger movement to the upside. So that is my view on crude oil and Brent oil. What about natural gas? Very sharp price falling. And really we saw that a lot of stop losses were triggered and also manual liquidations of the positions here. Then we see market buys because these levels are very sweetie for buyers. They were sweetie even on the level $4. And when everybody bought, we see the divergence of deltas and the price made this peculiar movement after these asks HFTs. So the positions were liquidated. Here some purchases, if the price will go below the level 3.7, it can be continuation of the movement. But I believe I see that the price closed above the level where these HFT volumes were created. So to my mind, natural gas will go to the upside. Really, I understand that in few weeks the price will be much higher and can go to even 4.3 and 4.5 dollars. But the question, how many manipulations we will see before it will happen. So traders, make your plan, but be very careful and let's try to take some advantage from this understandable picture, because it is interesting to work in understandable market conditions, not when the market is totally chaotic. On the daily chart, what do we see here? We see big increasement in positions of hedgers, and hedge funds added their shorts. Open interest was increased. So we can put here commercial level of supply. Here we see also a lot of volumes in the clusters. So you understand why I told about this price, because it will be a strong magnet and sooner or later it will be achieved, to my mind. Let's talk about Cooper also. What do we see here? The price is pressed to this important technical zone, technical resistance. So fourth time in a row we come to this resistance. And the question is, we will break this resistance or we will make a pullback. We see here like head and shoulders pattern. This is left shoulder, head, and like right shoulder, and on the breakout we see these HFTs. So according to the strong enforcement of market sellers, there is a high probability that the price will go to the downside. Really, the fourth attempt will be not successful, or at least this level will be broken. If here HFTs will be created, then we will go to the upside. So it is my view and it will be my plan for the next week. What about soybeans? Traders, I measure only situations where I see interesting addings of open interest of positions of hedge funds or some imbalances according to the tick data. For example, in soybeans, I see how hedge funds increase their buying position, but it does not lead to a successful result. And here, the commercial level was established. The price bounced from this commercial level. The price broke in this technical structure. And really, from these HFTs, I would open short position, but I don't see any divergence here. It is very important condition of my trading system, and for now I don't see it, but the logic is very clear in this situation. In coffee, I see high probability that the price will go to the upside if it will fix above these HFT volumes, and I'm ready to buy. I think that the range will be here, will continue. This is a good involvement in shorts, and of course, somebody took this position, somebody absorbed this liquidity, and so at least the market can bounce to its balance zone. Also in sugar, I see very interesting possibility for buyers, but also the price need to fix above the 19.3, and then I expect that it will go to the upside. Sooner or later, this pressure of sellers will be terminated, and the price will go to the direction of the limit buyers. So it is possible to speculate on this. What about cocoa? I see the battle because here market buyers are very strong, and we have a technical level of support and also commercial level and volumetric support level. Here we have technical level of resistance and volumetric level of resistance, and so there is a battle between these levels, and I expect if HFTs will be I want to sell if asks at HFTs, and at the same time if this level will be broken and we will have some bid HFTs, it is possibility will be for buyers, because the zones where one part of traders expect upside movement on the daily chart and another part of traders downside movement of the daily chart, that is the fuel for volatility. And also these divergences of deltas tell us about the activization of battle between buyers and sellers, and so we are waiting of some imbalances in this case. So traders, I hope that this video was interesting for you. If you want to say something, please leave a comment. If you have any questions according to volume analysis and order flow analysis, according to commitments of traders data, I will be glad to explain you, to help you, because the mission of our project is to explain and to simplify the tools which are very complicated from the first sight. But when you will get acquainted, it will be much easier. So, traders, I wish you a great week and see you on the other side next Sunday. Goodbye.